Fancy a gander?
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
I say, we collect as much as we can carry.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard.
Master, if ever your pack grows cumbersome, know that I would be glad to purchase any of your unwanted items.
That was impeccably timed, Arisen.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
You are wise indeed to have sought my aid.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but different masters favour different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Fascinating. This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment.
That ladder looks promising, but we'll have to drop it down from above. to think of it, we're all of differing vocations, aren't we?
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
We must each of us hone our skills. A jack of all trades is a master of none. Fond of picking things up, aren't you? Have you forgotten something arisen? You're looking rather lost.
So this is Melv. The scars left by the dragon's assault are plain to see.
Have we met, sirs? You seem familiar somehow.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Trounced our foe, well and true.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
got goblins!
Suppose I'll handle this.
Was excellent! I could have done no better!
Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige. My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
Fast for you.
You would have us press on without delay? By your will, Arisen.
Little does our foe realise how narrowly they escaped death's touch.
Right you are.
These writings could be of import.
Let's have a look then. You're welcome to...
Halt! State your business. We've orders to keep this gate sealed till the Watchhead returns.
Caution would be wise, but we ought not let it halt us in our course.
Tremendous work!
Would that we might always be so in step, eh?
Might you consider lightening your pack, Master?
Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet.
I'm about ready for a break.
Pity a brother risen.
I've a selection of wares that's sure to please. Hope to see you again.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
Hast thou forgotten thy destiny, thy charge? That is most unfortunate. but it doth not release thee from thy fate.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me. Thank goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? You do not remember? Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames? You withstood the fire in my stead and were well and truly charred. 'Twas terrible. I had thought your life forfeit. I could not hear the beating of your heart. But you hung on and by some miracle survived. Arisen? I'm afraid I don't understand your meaning. Does it have aught to do with why you were taken to the castle? They said 'twas so that your wounds could be treated, though I fear you have no memory of this either.
I am of the Border Watch. Someone with arisen-like abilities came to this village, horn in tow. Know you aught of this?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. I'm glad I found you. The ruler of Vermont, currently convalescing in the capital, became arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your presence. Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? If you truly are arisen, you will be received with open arms. Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I saw, he was having a drink at the inn.
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
Say, do you think this one's really arisen? There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs.
This town must have needs. It might need to find.
Well, you ought not strain yourself, not in your current state. Those burns could easily have killed you outright. I expect 'twill be some time before you...
What else needs doing? Always another errand to see to. Perhaps I ought to learn a new skill. Another day. Another day.
He really ought to have returned by now.
What should... Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way. Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well, if you can believe it. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way, but what more can I do? What? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that, if you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And many thanks for your kindness.
We could make the fruit robberant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Ruiner's apothecary here in Mel.
At last. It all becomes clear.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the sword and shield. Fighters favor a balanced approach, excelling in both offense and defense, and can adapt to any situation. I am a fighter myself, and should there come a time when you impress me with your prowess, I might be willing to impart unto you some of what I know. Naturally, it is a vocation for those who seek to master the bow, an exceptionally useful long-ranged weapon. At close range, however, a bow is nary more useful than a walking stick. Aye, the secret to being a successful archer is maintaining distance between you and your foes. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the mystical arts. Magic. Mages can cast a wide array of offensive spells and aid their allies with magical support. However, the more powerful the spell, the longer one must spend incanting it. Thus, a mage is unlikely to last long on the field of battle without allies to protect them. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the dagger. Such blades lack heft, though this grants them the advantage of speed. Thieves favor light armor, which leaves them more vulnerable to attacks than those of other vocations. Their talents depend upon their finesse and ability to compensate for the length of their blade through sheer agility. Should you dedicate yourself to a vocation, you will find that new paths to master will open up to you over time. Try them as you like. Very well. There is no wrong choice in any case. It is entirely up to you which vocation you adopt. But I shan't take up any more of your time. Pray, be well.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something? Do come again.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The Watchhead's waiting for you.
Shall we seek some answers? Tis a chest.
Ah, well met. Here for some fruit, Roberant, are we? Always a pleasure.
What say we see this delivered?
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit Roberant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper-like, I'll bet.
'Twas a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
I fear I've naught useful to share.
To do. He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. But that place puts my hairs on end. Is that you, Norbert? Oh, fie. I got my hopes up for naught. Wait, listen. Would you be willing to search for my brother? The brave fool said he was going to look for herbs and went off into the forest. I've seen no sign of him since. I'd go and search for him myself, only it is a dangerous place. I'm not afraid of monsters, but 'twould hardly help anything if I were to run in there unprepared and get myself hurt now, would it? So I thought, mayhap you'd go in my place. You look like you could manage those woods better than I. Please, sir, I worry for my brother. Many thanks. Right. As for where I think he's gone, go into the forest and turn when you reach the tree with the bird's nest, keeping the cliff to your right. Ah, this won't work, will it? I could see the route in my mind's eye. But my feet know it better than I do. I don't think I could plot it on a map, and it's hard to describe. But my brother and I are the only ones who use that path, to my knowledge. I suppose there's only one thing for it. I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. The monsters of the forest have changed since the dragon's attack. I'll need you to watch over me, keep me safe. You will, won't you? Right. In we go, then. My life's in your hands, friend.
Perhaps we ought to hurry, lest we arrive too late to be obeyed.
Wish I didn't have to work to earn my bread.
Mayhap this time I laid down.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
Very well. I shall return.
Seems naught ever goes right. I don't like this place at all. This is a good spot. Let's stop here a moment. I've camped here with my brother many a time. No doubt he caught his breath here before moving on, same as us.
Goodness. We're higher up than I'd thought.
'Twould be quite painful, were we to fall.
We ought to proceed with caution. I would have preferred not to have it quite so soon, but at least I know I'm up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that wind go to waste.
Can anyone hear me? Please! I need help!
Norbert, Are you hurt?
Thing!
Most impressive, Master!
Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
Not bad.
Stay with me, Lizard. Wait right there.
I'd thought I was done for.
Ah, it was a near thing. How are you feeling?
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me, Thanks, Ian.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother. And I ought to have come sooner.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it in time. Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. Let's return to the village, shall we? The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people who need them.
Ah, you'll hear no complaints from me. Let's be off then.
'Tis our duty to protect our charge from harm.
You can do this. I know you can.
Thanks, friend.
Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid. The Arisen have been drenched.
You are full of surprises. I look forward to informing my own master of that strategy. We've naught to gain by fighting here. Best we push on.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment. Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
Back at last. That was an ordeal.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after I've delivered these herbs. I'll be back soon.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays away from that forest, he'll be fine on his own. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too dangerous. What with the monsters acting strangely of late. And I was right. But mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone with him. My brother is always the one taking the initiative, while I stand around with my hands in my pockets. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets, even when you can't be sure where it leads. We managed to save Norbert, and perhaps that's all that matters. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered, if I'd only steeled myself sooner. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Ne'er again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
With Sir Norbert safely returned, Melve shan't lack for medicinal herbs. 2 good deeds in one, you might say.
Do let me know if you're in need of aid.
Well met. Hope to see you again.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
A saurian nest so near the village is worrying indeed. Let us see the explosive casks there as quickly as we may.
'Tis as you say.
Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary in future. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Are we clear? Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the Saurian's nest, and your task is done.
A single jar of poison ought to send those Saurians packing. Only do be mindful not to spill...
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
Well done, Master. Those Saurians shan't dare approach the village for some time, thanks to your efforts.
My heart is...
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
Our task is complete. Outstanding.
A job well done.
I hadn't expected to feel such a sense of accomplishment. I suppose that comes of serving the Arisen.
Aye, I reckon you'll be good at this. Time to get back to work.
It's been a hard day.
Today.
You could almost nod off where I stand.
Feels eerie with no one about.
I like to come here when I need a minute to think.
I'm in fine fettle today. Now, where was I headed?
Delightful breeze.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off.
Always a fresh breeze.
Another day, another adventure. Days like this make me glad to be alive.
I'll earn the coin I
Pray, allow me to open yon chest.
What should I get up to today?
What am I to do with my audience's tongue?
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use. We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics.
Will you not miss my company once I am gone, Arisen?
If we share our strengths, we can begin formulating a strategy that caters to our respective skills.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Do come again. Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure. Fancy a look at my wares?
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Always a pleasure.
I'd never leave. Best tales come from travellers at the inn.
I'm in no hurry to leave.
Fancy a look at my wares? Do come again.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
Well, you ought to not strain yourself, not in your current state. Those burns could easily have killed you outright. I expect 'twill be some time before you fully recover.
Been a while since I heard a good story. Where was I? Life's been pretty kind to me. I don't think anyone's smiling as smart.
Weapons are simple enough to procure if we have the coin. But we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
You have my support.
Whatever am I to do?
We're not paid enough for what we do for this town.
These old bones last.
I've a selection of wares that's sure to please. Pleasure doing business with you.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard. Well fought, Elysium.
Fight on, and victory shall be ours.
Did my best to match your skill, Master.
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
Tis a pleasure to meet you.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics.
It seems the rain has abated.
Perhaps we might dry ourselves off at a nearby inn.
Well met. Have you any weapons for me?
impressive view. We can infer much of the lay of the land from here.
Twould be a good place to take stock of our surroundings.
I quite agree. Weapons are simple enough to procure if we've the coin. But we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
Right you are.
I'm afraid I don't have any knowledge about that quest as yet. If you require guidance, you must hire a pawn who does. I will protect you. In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it?
Let me get that.
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters. I would have preferred not to have it quite so soon, but at least I know I'm up to the challenge.
We must not let down our guard.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment.
As the Arisen commands, so must we abide. Show some haste.
Fancy a gander? I've fine goods for sale. Much obliged.
I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings. And if you'd like to change your vocation, come see me anytime. Do come again.
Doctor, rest my legs.
Like it or not,
Well met.
I must go.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
I see it as a glad thing. We are well poised to supplement each other's strengths. A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
Goodness. We're higher up than I'd thought.
Take care not to fall.
We ought to proceed with caution.
Weapons are simple enough to procure if we've the coin. But we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
You have my support.
Well met. Have you any weapons for me? Good of you to go to the trouble. Many thanks. We'll gladly make use of what you've given us. Those weapons you gave us have made all the difference. My training regime is proceeding much more smoothly now. Yet the recruits still lack for motivation. They need someone to act as an example. A dedicated soldier who's keen to improve. Do you know of anyone like that, perchance? Those weapons you gave us have made all the difference. My training regime is proceeding much more...